come in. Then you can let me know. Hi everybody. How y'all doing today? It's me. I'm back again with cooking, creating, and conversation. So today I'm going to be making some cinnamon sugar biscuits, and I'm going to put an apple topping with a cream cheese icing. So that's what we're going to make today. So I got 3 apples that I'm going to peel and chop, and we're going to cook these for the fruit topping. But just like I used the strawberries the other day, you can use apples, whatever fruit you want, to make the topping for the cinnamon sugar biscuits. So I'm just going to peel these, I'm going to dice them, and then we're going to put these bad boys in the pot so they can cook. And I kind of cut them in, I'm going to try to dice them into smaller pieces so they won't take that long. So they won't take that long to cook in the pot. I chose this recipe today because there's kind of some history to the cinnamon biscuits, but I'm adding the fruit topping is something a little extra that I'm adding on today. But the story behind the cinnamon biscuits were, I first saw my older brother making these when I was little. Sometimes my mom worked a lot. We didn't have a lot of money growing up. So that can cause you to find some creative ways to make some things. And this was one of the things that he used to make. And after I watched him making them, when my sisters got a little bit older and I got a little bit older, old enough to cook, I started making cinnamon biscuits for them as well. So it turned out to be something I would do on Saturday mornings when we would be out of school. I would make cinnamon biscuits and have them ready for them. And once they were done, we would have cinnamon biscuits and watch Saturday morning cartoons. I remember it was that's probably kind of telling my age a little bit, but we used to watch Paw Paw Bears and the Smurfs. Those used to be the cartoons that we watched back in the day. But they love these cinnamon biscuits. You know what, y'all? I think I'm going to do 2 apples because that look like that's kind of enough for now. So I'm going to do these 2 apples. I'm going to put them in this pot. And then to this pot, I'm going to add some brown sugar. I'm going to do maybe 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And these gonna cook just like the strawberries. They're gonna cook down, and they're gonna make some of their own juice. And the longer I cook them, they're gonna get, you know, a little syrupy. And that's gonna be the fruit topping. So I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm gonna do a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. If you got some nutmeg, you can use nutmeg too, but I'm not going to use nutmeg today. But nutmeg is good too in the apples. Or if you have raisins, you can add raisins. I'm going to add a tablespoon of vanilla extract. This is the extract, not the vanilla imitation vanilla flavoring. So I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to put a tablespoon of sugar, regular granulated sugar. I'm going to do, I think, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar.
Tyra say hi.
Oh, Tyra's on there. You gotta, can you scroll up?
She said, "Hey, Billy, miss you."
Yeah.
Hey, Tyra, miss you too. So I'm gonna put a couple. I put 3 tablespoons of sugar in here, and then I'm gonna add some butter. So that butter's gonna add to the flavor of it. So I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of butter in here. And I love how they have this little marking, so you'll know how much 2 tablespoons is. You just cut it right off the block. So we're gonna put this on the stove and let this cook. That's gonna cook down real good. Now we're gonna start. You know what? I'm gonna put a squeeze, just a little bit, a squeeze of this lemon in here too. In there with the apples. Now I'm gonna take another stick of butter. This I'm gonna melt in the microwave, and this is gonna be the butter that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna melt about a minute. That's gonna be the butter I'm gonna use to dip the biscuits in. We're gonna dip them in the butter, then dip them in some cinnamon and sugar, and then we're gonna put them in the muffin tin once I cut these biscuits up. So I'm gonna wipe this off. And then I'm gonna open my can of biscuits. I used to love this when I was little. When you get the peel, I used to, whenever my mom make biscuits, can I peel and open them? You peel this open, and then they pop open. This one didn't pop, so if it don't pop, oop, there it go. It popped, y'all. So you take the biscuits out, and we're gonna cut these biscuits into quarters. See if this butter ready. Yep, butter ready. So now that butter, see that butter's melted. I'm gonna let that cool down a bit. And then I'm gonna mix some cinnamon. Ooh. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna start out with 5 and see if that's enough. So that's cinnamon. And then I'm gonna add some sugar. This is a 1/4 cup of sugar, regular granulated sugar. And I'm gonna mix the cinnamon and the sugar together. And I'm gonna add a little bit more sugar because that looks like there's more cinnamon than sugar. So I'm gonna add another 1/4 cup of sugar. Ooh, I hear them apples and I smell them, y'all. Them apples is cooking. So I'm gonna mix that. Now that look better. So I'm mixing up my cinnamon and my sugar. You should be able to see the sugar granules in there mixed in with the cinnamon. So that was 2/4 cups of sugar, and then I did 5 spoonfuls of cinnamon. So now we're gonna cut these. Let me stir up my apples because they bubbling. Yeah, they cooking now good, and they smell good. So I'm gonna take these biscuits, and we're gonna cut these biscuits into 4s, just like that, 4 pieces. And I already got my oven preheated to 350. So it can be ready to go when I get ready to pop these biscuits in there. And you can use any kind of canned biscuit that you want to use. These are the grands. Those are the big biscuits. Y'all, I didn't tell y'all about my camera person today. I don't have Jazzy today, y'all. So Jalen, my cameraman today.
Hey, y'all.
Jalen, say hey to the people.
Hey, y'all.
Did you turn the camera around?
No.
They can't see you.
I'm not turning the camera around. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
Y'all, he trying to be shy. You know how teenagers, you know how they do sometimes. He trying to be shy. He don't want to turn the camera around, y'all. But he said, hey, y'all. So I'm going to cut this last biscuit. And then we're going to do a two-dip process. So we're going to take the biscuit. We're going to put it in the butter. Then we're going to dip it in the cinnamon and the sugar.
Chris played too much talking about big dog.
And then we're going to put it in the pan. So dip it in the butter. Dip it in the cinnamon and sugar. And we're going to put it in the pan. And then we just going to keep doing this process until we fill up the pan. And they're going to bake together good, and that butter going to bubble, and that cinnamon and sugar going to get right up in here. And it's going to be good to go. Now, when I put them in the oven, it should take about 15 minutes for these biscuits to be done.
Sean King said hey.
Hey, how you doing? It's 3. This is 1. 2. And 3. Y'all, I was so excited, even though Jalen don't want to show his face on the camera. He cooked yesterday, y'all. A teenage boy, he cooked yesterday. And he made something good, y'all. He had some fish with seasoning. Was it grilled or was it baked?
It was baked.
He baked some fish. He seasoned it good, y'all. Had his lemon on there. He did a good job. I don't think there's nothing wrong with men cooking in the kitchen. I ain't got no problems with that. So maybe I'll get him to do some cooking one day on here.
You snapping.
We'll see how that goes. So I got some extra biscuits left in here, but I'm gonna cook them later. I'm gonna cook them later. We just gonna fill up this pan and then we're gonna keep on moving along.
They showing some love in this comment section.
2, and we got one more, and 3. So now that I got these biscuits in here, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more of this cinnamon and sugar over the top before I stick them in the oven. Just a little more. And then we're gonna put these bad boys in the oven. So that's done. We're gonna stick them in the oven. These apples is looking good. See that, y'all? They cooking down and they starting to get, see that little syrupy? Ooh, that's what you want right there. They getting good and syrupy and they smell good, so I'm gonna let them cook a little longer. I'm gonna cook a little bit longer. And while the biscuits is in the oven, we're gonna make the cream cheese icing to go on top.
TT Tootie is funny. I
What you
swear.
say?
Talking about some pull up on the biscuits, Jay. She crazy.
So these other ones, I'm gonna just put these in a plastic wrap, and I'm gonna cook them later. I'm gonna put them in a bag. My sisters did already put dibs on these biscuits, y'all. I ain't even cooked them yet, and they already putting dibs on the biscuits. So I'm gonna put these in and stick them in the refrigerator for later. So maybe I might make some more tomorrow with a different fruit topping on them. So now we're gonna get started on this cream cheese frosting.
We have a question.
Oh, what's the question?
Andrea Brooks said, do you only use almond milk?
No, you can also use, I use the almond milk because the regular milk kind of mess with my stomach sometimes. So I use the almond milk. But you can use regular whole milk if you want to. The milk I'm using, when I'm using the milk today, it's going to be just to thin it out a little bit. So we're not even really going to use, ooh, I think these apples done, y'all. We're not going to really use a lot of milk. So for the cream cheese frosting, I got a stick of butter. And I'm going to put a half of a block of cream cheese. And I'm going to mix it together.
See, Michelle Henderson said, I'll just take one, LOL.
Come on, girl.
Chris talking about you can't be lactose intolerant out here.
Some people is, Chris. Everybody can't do the whole cow milk like that. I got to take it easy with that. It do not agree with my stomach too good. And I'm glad they got alternatives. Sometimes I do the almond milk. Sometimes I do the soy milk. This one I got right here, it's really good. It's almond and coconut blend. So that's a good good mix. And you really do taste the coconut in there. So I'm going to use half of this block of cream cheese. And we're going to put that in the bowl with the butter. And I'm going to cream it together. So I'm going to use this mixer. And we're going to mix this up together. So you might want to let your let my cream cheese and my butter I let it sit out for a little bit. So that way it can be soft for when I get ready to mix it. Put it on high.
Chris talking about, Jay, I know it smells good up in there. You ain't shaking the camera or nothing.
It do smell good, Chris. I smell them apples cooking. And then you know, when them biscuits get about ready, they're going to start smelling too. So to this cream cheese mixture, I'm going to add some vanilla. I'm going to do a tablespoon of vanilla.
Tasha Moore said, hey, it looks yummy.
Hey, thanks, Tasha. And then we're going to add some confection or powder sugar. We used to call it powder sugar. But you could, the proper name is confectioner sugar. So I'm going to put some of this in there. Where's my measuring cup? Let's see, I got my quarter cup measure. I think I'm going to need more than that. So I'm going to start out with 1, 2, I think I'm going to start out with 3 and see what the consistency is before I add the rest. I'm also going to add just a little bit of lemon extract. This is extract 2, not the imitation flavor. Use this. And we're going to use, I ain't going to use a full teaspoon, full tablespoon. I'm going to put a half a teaspoon of this in there.
Mama said, hey.
Hey!
Tiffany Sangster also said, hey.
Hey, Tiff! Y'all, that's my baby sister, Jennifer. When she was little, we used to call her gingerbread. I'm putting that out there. So when y'all see her on the street, she say, hey, gingerbread. So we're going to mix this powdered sugar and the vanilla extract and the lemon extract. We're going to blend it all in together, whip it up so we get real creamy.
Chris said, put her out there on the live feed. I said, Chris said, put her out there on the live feed.
So that looked pretty good, y'all. But I'm going to add a little bit of almond milk just to thin it out some. I'm going to do a couple tablespoons. Just to thin it out a little bit. 1 and 2. See how that helps it to get smooth. And it out some and helps it get smooth. Get all the lumps out of there. I'm gonna taste it and see how it tastes. And that's good right there. You want to taste it, Jay?
Yeah.
Wait, let me get a spoon. Stick your finger in my bowl. You know they'll do it, y'all. Kids stick their finger right in that bowl. And you tell me if it needs some sugar.
It's good.
Okay. So he says good, y'all. He said it's good. Now, apples is done. See how the apples look? Those is done. So when I take these biscuits out, let me check on the biscuits. Ooh, see how they bubbling up, y'all? They ain't done yet. See how they bubbling up in there? They almost ready. So when I get ready to take them out, then we're going to put this frosting and the fruit topping on there. Let me clean out some of this stuff. Now to put the fruit topping on, I have not upgraded to pastry bags yet. So this is your alternative option to a pastry bag. If you want to make it a little fancy, you can get one of these bags and put your frosting in the bag. And wash off my spoon. I could have grabbed another spoon, y'all, but I like my wooden spoon. So we're going to take this and we're going to scoop it and put it in the bag. Ooh, I smell them biscuits. They're almost done, y'all. I hope y'all make these and try these. They real good. So we're going to put that in there. Seal at the top. Let me move this out the way.
Chris said, you better come on. Plastic bag technique is for the real professionals.
I'm going to upgrade one day, Chris. I'm going to upgrade. And give me some pastry bags with some fancy tips on them. Okay. So now when you get your cream in your bag, you're going to cut a little hole. Cut a little hole in the corner of the bag. That way you can be able to snip a little hole. That way you'll be able to squeeze that out of there. So let me check on these biscuits.
Chris said, nah, keep it like that with the plastic bag.
All right, Christopher. I'm going to keep it old school. They got a few more minutes, y'all. A few more minutes. So what I was thinking about, y'all, earlier, you know, I always kind of connect stuff to what I read in the Bible. And when I was thinking about, you know, my brother using what we had to make something for us. There's a story in the Bible about a widow. Her husband passed away. And the debt collectors came to our house. And back then, if you couldn't pay your debts, they came and got your children. So she went to the prophet and was telling her about what was going on. She said, my husband served you, and these debt collectors is coming to get my kids, and I don't have anything. So he told her, he asked her, what do you have? She said, I have just a little bit of oil. He said, well, go in your house and go to your neighbor's house and ask them for vessels, containers, as many as you can. And so she went and asked the neighbors for vessels, and he told her to take the little bit of oil that she had and pour it out into those vessels. And as she began to pour the little bit that she had, God multiplied it and made it enough. Won't he do it? So she had enough to pay her debts off and enough for her and her children to live off of. So I just took that as sometimes we think that we don't have enough, or Lord, I don't have anything, to make ends meet. But he always gives you something. So use your gifts that God has given you, and he will multiply whatever you have to make it be enough. Sometimes more than enough of what we can think or ask of. So that made me think about the widow with a little bit of oil. Okay, I think these biscuits is done, y'all. Ooh, look at those biscuits, y'all. Look at those good biscuits. So I'm gonna set them over here so I can try to pop one of these bad boys out, because I want to show y'all. Get a plate.
Chris said, come on, kitchen, cook a sermon.
Chris, you are something else, Chris. I love you, Chris. I love you.
Glorified biscuits, also by Chris.
Chris, you are something else. I love you, Chris.
Chichi said biscuits and Bible study.
So we're going to take... Ooh, look at that, y'all. Look at that biscuit. So we're going to take that out. And then, let me get a spoon. Then we're going to take some of this apple. Now remember, y'all can do any type of topping, fruit topping that you want. We're going to put them apples on top. Get a little bit of that good syrup and drizzle it on there. And then we're going to take our icing. I know it's going to run down because it's hot. So if you let it cool off, it'll stay on there. And twist your bag at the top. Then you can squeeze it down. Uh-oh. I put it upside down, y'all. But that's all right. I'm going to turn it this way. And then you can squeeze your frosting right on across that top. Y'all see it's dripping because it's hot. So when you take them out, you're going to want to let it sit for a little bit before you put your icing on there. And that's it, y'all. Cinnamon sugar biscuits with fruit topping and cream cheese frosting. Well, I thank y'all for tuning into my live today. I always upload these recipes onto the YouTube channel, and it's cooking, creating, and conversation. So until tomorrow, I'll see y'all. Love y'all. Bye.